Over 70 women from 11 fishing communities across Belize completed the 7th annual Women in Fisheries Forum today. The event, which took place in Hopkins Village, saw for the first time the selection of a president of the newly formed Women in Fisheries Association. Ralna Lam Lewis, the Assistant Country Director for Marine at Wildlife Conservation Society, told News 5 that the fisherwomen are looking for inclusion in an industry that has become ever more challenging.
The women who are involved in the various activities along the fisheries value chain, whether it's processing, value added, marketing, they want their voices to be heard. They want to be a part of the decision-making body that is involved when it comes to management decisions regarding fisheries, as well as, these decisions impact their livelihood. So that is one of the main things that they want to look at. And as an association, they'll be able to advocate on their basically for their membership, as well as ensure that they're able to receive investments that benefit them and their households and their communities.
As the association's first president, Paula Jacobs Williams will seek to push for better opportunities that have been non-existent for women to advance in the fisheries sector.
Right now, DFC, they give the fishers now a lot of problem. So we want a way how we could get together as women in fisheries, and we could find a way that easier that we could get a loan or a grant. You could just go in and not a letter after signing, and they have to somebody to back you up. You understand me? And then for the future girls, then we want like something as a retirement scheme. I want to see that for we future girls and in fisheries, no, ladies, we have some kind of retirement scheme, even if we have to open like a cooperative, maybe a credit union somewhat, so that at the end of it, we are ensured that once I say I'm retiring this year, I could have some kind of benefit at the end of the retirement.
A representative from the DFC was present to assure the women fishers that they would have access to financing at slightly cheaper rates than other loan programs, with no collateral requirements. During her 2-year term, Jacobs Williams will endeavor to have a cooperative formed that could assist the women fishers and their groups to package and market their marine products locally and abroad. That realization would come in the face of a few challenges the women are currently facing. Olga Colon is a 19-year-old fisherwoman from Barranco Village who has been accompanying her father at sea for as long as she can remember. She says the conditions keep getting tougher and she would welcome the new opportunities.
As we all know, the sun just to get worse, and we have to stay more protected, and it's harder for the outer sea with the sun just the blast by your skin. And we have skiff, we don't have the can of paper with boat, so we get it real bad. I just have to put in more work out at sea.
Go further.
Yeah, and go farther out. Well, right now, fish not about that much, but I personally the hope to eventually get my license, my boat, land, so I could land by the coast. Yeah, so I could have easier access to the sea.
Organizations such as the International Institute for Sustainable Development, a Canada-based organization, deals with climate change issues. Colon says these women are relying on these NGOs to maximize their opportunities. National Coordinator Giselle Borland says they are here to assist, and at least 2 groups from Belize would also be eligible for grant funding.
One of the things that ISD is doing is that we're trying to have communities tell us what would be the best things for them to adopt, because Belize is very unique. What might work for Africa or Fiji might not work for Belize, so it's best that communities tell us what would be the best solution for their climate change issues, and then we listen to them and we try to see how we can work through those issues.
So the support would come in what form then from?
The ISD has an innovation fund that we will be issuing soon, July, and we're hoping to launch in September, where different women group and underrepresented groups can write into us a proposal, and then we will fund a nature-based solution for adaptation project that they have within their communities.
Present all the way from across the Caribbean Sea was the Bahamas Commercial Fishers Alliance. President Adrian Laroda told News 5 that their attendance was more of an information and fact-finding exchange. He said that although Belize and the Bahamas are geographically distant, we share some commonalities.
Admittedly, we don't have a lot of women, basically as managers of the fisheries sector in the Bahamas, but they're more, in the processing side. But they can take the message back, and there's lessons to be learned from this. Particularly in this age where there is greater focus now on women's rights and gender and youth. While we're separated geographically, the similarities are there. It's important to have unity, even when there's disagreement. There's disbarment. It's important to be unified.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.